Hey guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. So this is an interactive session with a friend here.
Hello.
So this is episode 1. So we talk about like college journeys and other stuff. So let's get right to the video. So Shana, what's your prior to getting to college? What was your did you hear any stuff about college prior to getting here?
If I had what?
Like if you heard anything about college prior to getting here?
If I learned
No, heard anything like
or
what college
anything
about prior?
since I've been in college,
Yeah.
I guess I earned that confidence that I was looking for, and I have that academic drive to always want to do better. And I can say the biggest thing I earned here is a better understanding in everything I have learned overall. And some things, what I used to do in the past with some studies, I understand them a lot better now that I'm in college. The concept is becoming easier to understand with some things. So I can say I earn more academic tokens, you can call it that. It's better for me. What about you?
I realized that I had that my resiliency is up there. I didn't think it was this high. I knew I had that resiliency in me to get things done, but I didn't know I had it in this one until I found myself in certain situations, you know, where I had to dig down deep when after where I made a drain and everything. So I learned that my resilience is up there. I learned that I could adjust to the situation I'm in, and I've learned that if I don't give up long enough, I can get far, despite whatever a person may say. Cause some person may look at me and say, "Oh, he's not gonna get far because I da 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 da." But you know, yeah. Um. So, when did you realize that college wasn't like high school?
From the moment I stepped in college, I knew that it was nothing like high school. The curriculum is far different, first of all, the atmosphere, but there were some similarities to high school, like some of the faces, and some of the learning concepts. But for the most part, it's nothing like high school because I actually have a much better experience in college than in high school. My high school experience, if it was like college, then I would have enjoyed high school a lot better or enjoyed it at all. But I can say I'm grateful for my college experience overall. In your house?
Um, First year when I got in here, I said, "Oh shoot, this is not high school." Okay, and then plenty of times I had to remind myself, "Listen, this is not high school. You have to find that just this is not high school. This is college. Here, there are lots of small students out here, so you have to adapt just like them, and you have to try to keep up and everything." And I had questions about if I could keep up with small students and certain programs like teacher ed and other programs. I could name business voices and stuff like that. So criminal justice, um, social work, psychology. Yeah, some students psychology. I'm like, so yeah, a lot of students are smart here. So stuff you could get away in high school can't get away in college. So I would say that the experience I enjoyed more in high school. My high school experience was difficult as heck, cause you know you have more here in college. You have more mature persons here, you know. So yeah, I'm good. Um,
Yeah.
so what was the moment where you knew that you could make it this far in college?
When I knew I couldn't make it this
You
far.
could make it far.
Well, I had an epiphany one day when I realized that I might just be able to pull through. One day when I accepted the reality that, girl, you're in college, you need to push yourself, because there are days when I really, really just wanted to throw in the towel and give up and say, you know what, college is not for me. I'm tired of up here. I need to leave. And I just had a moment when I had this little voice saying, hey, you know, you're going to do well. You're going to finish strong. You're going to make it. If you just remain focused and try your best. And with that voice, and knowing me, I like to encourage myself. I like to be my own strength and backbone. So I'm always going to try everything to hype up myself and to say, you got this, you can do it. It's just college. Come on. It's one of the phases, it's one of the stages. And I'm just excited to even make it this far. You know? So I'm excited And for you,
Um,
did any given time did you feel like, you know what, college is not for me?
yeah.
When did you have that free mind? When did you realize that maybe I can finish college after all and make it something worthwhile?
I realized college was for me at first was when beginning when the other students, and then I realized some stuff difficult like interaction socially and all them things, the schoolwork and all stuff. I'm like, I wanted to in my first year as well within a short amount of time. I was like, I can't bother within a short amount of time. I was just my first year within a couple weeks. So I was like, ugh. I was like, I can't bother. I had many I can't bother moments in my first year because it's like, I'm like, I can't bother. This is just messy. And if I tell this lecture one time, miss, I can't bother this course. But after a while, I passed the courses them. Most of the courses were challenging to me, but I passed them. And then my second year really decided because that was crazy and stuff. So when I passed my second year, I think I said this one time to myself. I said, you know what? My resilience and determination is just too much because it's like if I really decide to be determined to do something, yeah, if I could get past doing an exam my first year face to face when I was mentally drained and I wasn't feeling good and emotionally, and I was so missing and I still find out to get my exam done despite that. Then and I get to everything else and it's like whatever challenges come along, it's whatever because it's like being there and done that. So when did you get to a point where you're like, you know what, challenges are good there. It's whatever. I'm just gonna do what I need to do and yeah.
I got to that point when I realized there is absolutely nothing that I could do to change the fact that the reality is this. You're in college, it's not free, it's not cheap. You came here for a reason. Keep remembering that reason. Do what you came here to do. Because when you look at it, tuition is just another story in itself.
Yeah.
And a lot of us have different ways, many ways in which we come up with our tuition. And to come up here and to be feeling drained and dried up and you shrivel up in one little corner and oh, college is rough, and it is rough. You can't be thin skinned and in college. You have to just have the mindset of a champion. Me, it helps when I really big up myself every day. So I have to do that every single day. And when I'm doing an assignment, if I can get help or some advice towards it or something like a mentor, sweetheart, it's a lot better for me because the work up here will mad you. The work up here will drive you mad. Sometimes we do like 11 courses one time and it can get heavy. So at the end of the day, you just gotta know what you want.
I mean, for me, I would say after a while being here long enough, when I said to myself, you know what, challenges are good there. You know what, I don't care if I get over 100 obstacles or face 100 obstacles. If I have to get past that, so be it. If I face 1,000, so be it. I just get up and I'm like, you know what, challenges are there. It really doesn't matter. So I was just like, most of my courses I did was challenging, but during that time I was like, I want to pass some courses, so I have to do what it takes despite the challenges everything. I mean, everybody have challenges and everything. But any day, I was like, I've been here, done that challenge. Like, there, and do what I need to do, get to the finish line because my ultimate goal is to get my degree. And I believe one way or another, I'm going to get there. I mean, I graduated primary school, high school, and now I'm finally in college. Just for me reaching this far, that means a lot to me personally because I'm like, because at first I just wanted to enter in the beginning. I was like, and I said this to one person, I said, listen, I can't bother. Hey, sir. I just wanted to throw in the towel, I said. And it was just like, you just started college. Why are you throwing the towel for? So from us, and have someone believe in that helps as well, you know. Because they see you, especially if they see you do what you did right and stuff like that. So what would you say, what is it like for you to interact here in college?
Well, what is it like with what?
Interaction, like social interaction and stuff like that.
What is social interaction like for me in college? But it didn't start off perfect, first of all, because you're coming to a when I came to college, I came here 2018. I was in another program before this one. In that time, it felt new to me. It felt new all over. Even though I always wanted to come to this college, I never had any big aspiration to go to a college outside of the parish and somewhere far or one of those schools that everybody wants to go to. I was just humble enough to say this is where I wanted to be, and I didn't mind. But I I just owned up to the reality and said that I'm gonna have to just be social. Not that I'm not, but I just can't be in a shell to survive in a place like college. Sometimes you need somebody in your corner, especially when you're doing an assignment, when it can get rough. Any help you can get, you have to take it, sweetheart. So that's how you gotta do it. And for
Yeah,
you,
for me,
what is it?
interaction is, like as I said, it's always been challenging from interaction. Why? But I've been in a situation where I realized I had to put myself out there, be social. I wasn't social at first, but I had to get to a place where I had to be social and stuff like that. So I make up my mind, say, you know what? I'm gonna put myself out there regardless. You know, I'm not gonna wait till that. So I'm just gonna do my thing and be myself and just go there and socialize and so. I mean, having the constant mentality to say I'm going to approach persons every day, that's that's an easy mental to have because it does, especially if it already come from the social background to begin with. So I did it for that mentality to say I'm a I'm gonna put myself there. I had a mentality after a while from being other environments prior to coming to college. So when the time comes for me to really put myself there, I said, all right, I've been here, done this already. So it's just, yeah. So what do you think importance of like making adjustments during college period?
It's important to make adjustments overall, so college is no exception. But I had to make a lot of adjustments, especially to how I study. I became a late night bleacher when I came to college. It's more heavy than when I was in high school, mainly because high school you never had the type of assignments you'd have at what you have in college. With college, I have big assignments, big projects, big assessments, lesson plans. So the mindset to do those is not like a little high school project that you can turn in like whenever. Our assignments here are a lot bigger than that, and we have to send them to Turnitin. We have to, it's just not a simple task like what you would get in high school or somewhere else. So I realized it was far different, and I have to work extremely hard if I wanted to pull through. So,
Yeah, for me, I would say, yeah, you have to adjust. The constant adjustment periods. I realized I have to keep adjustment during this to make I'm like, this is frustrating. Again, can you guys keep it steady? But after I said, all right, whatever adjustment I have to make, fine. I just keep making adjustments. It's just annoying because I have to change up my routine every minute. I'm like, all right, fine. I change it up. So, you just have to get to a place where, yep, if you have to make adjustment constantly, just get to finish and so be it. Doesn't matter how many adjustments you have to make. It's annoying, but especially for me personally, because I like staying steady. I don't like to keep switch up thing. That just kind of throw me off each time. I have to do the concept thrown off and stuff like that. That's challenging, but I just like, hey, it may throw me and get me frustrated just after, but I try not to get to me because at the end of the day, I have to do what it takes to get to finish the answer. So, I would just ask this one more question. So, how do you feel now that you're in your final year?
final year, I am counting down. Well, I told myself that as of January, I'll be counting down, but not that I can't feel the need and the urge to do so now. I am just in that type of mood where I'm really a counting down. You know what? The big thing is when January comes and we have those final set of courses to do, I'll feel more at ease knowing that yes, I'm this close, I'm getting there. So maybe like 4 to 5 courses to finish up everything. So that in itself is a reason to rejoice, saying that girl, you made it this far. This is your last semester up here. Can you believe it? It's gonna complete 4 years in this program. It wasn't easy. It felt like a long time being here. Sometimes I come up here, I'm depressed because I'm up here so long in my mind, but I'm happy that it's wrapping up. So I really am excited that this is my final year, and I cannot wait to leave. What about you?
As I said, it means a lot to me that I make it this far because, well, everybody knows my case already, but it means a lot to me personally to make it this far, that how I make it with everybody is just, but it means a lot to me, so yeah. Still my interactive session with my friend here, Shana, so remember to subscribe to my YouTube channel and to click on notification for upcoming videos.